Hello, I'm speaking to all my vegan activist friends today. One of the main things that stopped me from doing things to make a difference for animals has been fear. And I was just listening to an audiobook called Time Warrior by Steve Chandler. He also wrote a book called Fearless, and there was an insight in that book that really got me thinking. So Steve was saying the opposite of fear is love, and that when you love something enough, when you're focused enough on love, it's kind of like you're turning on the light. The fear really was nothing, it was just the absence of love, and as soon as your attention is so focused on the love for long enough, the fear just goes away. This was big for me because I've often focused on the fear and thought a lot about how do I overcome fear. You know, I've used specific processes to question the thoughts that would cause fear in my mind, and oftentimes I'm able to realize those thoughts really aren't true. You know, I don't really know that anything bad would happen. Logically, I know that, you know, if I start a conversation about veganism or post a YouTube video, I'm not going to get physically hurt. But oftentimes, even after I question the thought, the fear is still there. And so this perspective is really perhaps liberating. And I'd love to explore it more. I'm going to explore it for you right now with an example from my own life, and I think it'll inspire you to take a look where you're fixating on the fear and how you can change your attention to love in order to eventually dissipate the fear enough so that you can take action and keep going, keep doing the wonderful work that only you can do. So, one of my fears that I'm trying to overcome is leafletting by myself. I've leafleted with other people before, and having vegans around me makes it a lot easier. But I have these old stacks of leaflets from times when I went leafleting and I never finished the stack, you know. So I have all these extra leaflets I want to get rid of before they become outdated. And I thought I just would love to, there you go, I would love to leaflet alone to overcome that challenge, to prove I'm capable of it. So the last time I tried to do this, last time I was on my college campus and I had the leaflets in my backpack, I just was so nervous, I just turned around and didn't do it. So I made a list just now of things about the situation that I love. So I'm going to tell you all of the things I love. So I love the adrenaline rush. So in a way, I love the fear. I love how it feels to overcome a limitation, to do something I didn't realize I was capable of before and just expand the possibilities, you know. I love animals. I went to Loving Arms Farm Sanctuary in Colorado recently and interacted with a pig named Franklin. So when I'm leafleting, I can just think about Franklin and any individual animal who could be the one who's getting hurt. I love vegans. I just have so much respect and admiration and kinship with vegans. Anyone who has so much compassion for animals that they're able to actually live vegan, and especially activists. So I'll just think about how, you know, if they were around me, if they were here, they would be cheering me on, you know. In a way, they are cheering me on, just they're not here right now. And I could think about how, when I'm leafleting, I might meet other vegans and then become friends with them or get support from them. People might tell me they really appreciate what I'm doing. And I might see a vegan born. I might get the gift of seeing people who are really open, who are really right in front of me having this revelation, and just be touched by their compassion and glad I could reach them. I love smiling. I love beaming at people. I just love being this happy gleeful person and sharing that, with anyone publicly. I love the feeling of I'm finally doing something. I'm doing something to make a difference. I remember that feeling from when I was doing the 10 billion lives, helping out with their bust pay-per-view project, and I want to feel that way again. I love the sense of accomplishment, the victory when I'm done, and I did it. And I love the thought of telling my friend AJ that I finally did it, because I told this person I was going to do it before, and then I never did, so I want to redeem myself. And I love Food Empowerment Project and Melanie Joy and lots of other activists and organizations, and I'd love to be able to tell other people about that if they want more information. I love being visible. I love being who I really am, and letting anyone see that. It just feels so good. And this is who I am. Love is who I am. And I love moving on to ever greater challenges. And I love thinking, once I'm done with this, once that hurdle is hopped over, then what's the next stretch? How can I keep growing? It's exciting to think that I may have been stuck on this level for so long, but once I complete this level of the game, it's like, what level's next? I can just move right on. So now that I'm filled with love, thinking about all this, my mind is a lot clearer. I'm able to see actions more clearly. Like, before thinking about it, I was just feeling afraid, and now I realize, it would really help to know the leaflets inside and out, to read them enough, to read them repeatedly, that I can really speak to everything in it. I love the leaflet more, I really am excited about each component in it, and also for me to carry extra resources, or to figure out, okay, how can I give people a paper or something with these resources so they can check it out, because then I'm not just giving out someone else's leaflet, I'm also doing it in a way that's personal to me, and I'm choosing my own favorite things to recommend, and then also it'd be a great idea for me to see vegans either before or after on the day that I'm doing this solo leafleting. So even if I'm alone when I'm leafleting, if I've just been with vegans, if I've just had that social support, then I'm going to feel a lot more boosted in doing it than if I've just been, only around non-vegans for the past month, which I think was the case when I tried to do it last time. So there you go. There's one of my favorite scenes from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh no, I forget her name now. May. I think her name's May, yeah. And she finally stands up to Azula and she says, "I love Zuko more than I fear you."